If my husband had one last meal, biscuits and sausage and gravy would be at the top of this list, and for good reason. Let me show you how I make my down-home Southern version of one of his most favorite recipes of all time. This is a really simple recipe that is made all in one pot. I like to use this high-sided cast iron dish, but any heavy bottom dish, large pot or large skillet will work. And we're gonna add 1 pound of sausage over medium heat, and we're gonna just break this up with a wooden spoon to begin with as it starts to cook. And I like to take this meat chopper to get it into really small, fine pieces. We're gonna cook this until there's no more pink left. And I like to cook it just a couple minutes longer because I like some of those bits to get nice and brown and crispy around the edges. After that's finished cooking, we'll take it off the heat and then transfer the sausage onto a paper towel lined plate, spread it out evenly so that it can cool and just be set aside until we need it here in a little bit. So whatever grease you have left over in your pot, you're gonna leave it because that's gonna help develop the flavor of this gravy. We're gonna add that pot back to the stove, turn it down to medium-low heat, and then we're gonna add a tablespoon of butter in the skillet and let that slowly melt. And then we're gonna add a tablespoon of flour to it as well. And with a whisk, we're gonna whisk that mixture together and cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes. This just cooks the flour taste out and is the thickening base of the gravy. The next ingredient to add is heavy cream, and we're gonna add 1.5 cups total. I like to add 1/2 cup at a time, and this way I can ensure that there's no flour clumps in it by adding it a little bit at a time and giving it a good whisk in between each addition. This helps ensure a really smooth gravy. So we'll do 3 additions, making sure to whisk really well in between, and as this starts to warm and cook, the sauce will start to thicken. After we've added all of the heavy cream, we're gonna add in 1 cup of whole milk. You can add this all right at the same time and then give it a good whisk again. Then we'll add our spices. We're gonna do a pinch, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then 1/2 teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. Give that a good whisk again just to make sure everything is smooth and incorporated. And we're gonna cook this for about 5 or so more minutes. Once the gravy comes up to a really low, gentle boil, then you know that we're almost finished. I like to go ahead and turn the heat down to low at this point. We just want to ensure that we don't scorch the gravy at any part of this cooking mixture. And then we'll add that cooked sausage straight back into the pot and give it a really good stir. From here, I just cook it a couple more minutes just to make sure everything is incorporated and warmed and thick and delicious. As this has been cooking, I have had some homemade buttermilk biscuits in the oven. And as those come out of the oven, the gravy is ready to go. So we're ready to plate this up and serve. There's no fancy way to do this. Go ahead and take a biscuit, split it in half, and spoon over as much gravy as your heart desires. There are no rules. The more the better, in my husband's opinion, and mine as well. It's comforting, it's hearty, it's stick to your bones, Southern goodness. Everybody loves it. This is great for breakfast, brunch, or dinner. For the full recipe, head over to KentuckyLiving.com. Everything you need can be found there. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today, and until next time, I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.